Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Majapika, your local streaming witch on Twitch, and today we're talking about the infinite potions in Black Desert Online. It's not the infinity stones like in Marvel, but it's quite as great of an item as it is in Marvel for BDO, because these are one of the rare things that you will get in Black Desert Online, and they will help you out a great ton while you are grinding. There is two different kinds of infinite potion. There's the Ornette's and the Odor's spirit essences. One is the HP one and one is the MP one. For both of them, you will need to have 5 items to make the spirit essences, the potions, and you will have to grind for 3 of those items. These grind situations will cost you a lot of time because apparently the minimum or like each piece takes around 50 hours to get, and you need 3 of them for both potions. So start as soon as you can with getting the HP potion and the MP potion. If you have a fairy that has miraculous cheer, this is gonna be a great combination because your fairy can use HP potions and MP potions automatically with miraculous cheer. Depending on the level of miraculous cheer, it also depends what the cooldown on there is. The spirit essences, the infinite potions, have a cooldown of 2 seconds on them. So they have a quite quick cooldown, and if you have Miraculous Cheer 5, like my fairy somehow possesses, she can use it every 2 seconds. And you can actually tell your fairy when she should use these 2 potions. As you can see, I have my fairy symbol right over here. If I click on it, you will see that she has the skill Miraculous Cheer 5. And this opens up this new window where we can click on potion settings. So she can use 2 different kinds of potions. And as I have done it now, she possesses both the access to the Odor Spirit Essence and the Ornette's Spirit Essence. This is the bar where you can gauge when she should use these things. So you can deactivate them, but that's not gonna be something that you're gonna do. What you're gonna do is to always use these items. If you have your fairy, something really cool is that you can use these potions on every character, on every class, without having to move them around if you have the family inventory. As you can see, I have mine right over here, and every character in Black Desert Online now has access to these 2 items, and the fairy can use these 2 items from your family inventory. And even if you don't have a fairy with Miraculous Cheer, because that is another whole chapter that we need to go through, fairy and fairy skills, because that is a whole other topic on how to get skills for your fairy that are actually useful. You can use your infinity potions in your shortcuts. So I have mine on my 1 and 2 on my keyboard. And if you have a mouse with 2 shortcuts on them, you can also use it from there. So you can continuously heal yourself every 2 seconds because the cooldown of those potions are 2 seconds, and never run out of heals and MP. Because these 2 items are equivalent to 20 instant potions, HP or MP. And they don't expire. And they're not costing you anything because you do not have to go back to a vendor and get them with silver or from your campsite. So in the long run, it's gonna save you billions of silver, and you actually do not have to worry about weight that much as you did with the instant potions or the other potions, with the instant XL potions. Because these 2 potions themselves only weigh 50 LT. So how do we actually get the 5 items, the 5 pieces that we need to make the Odor's and Ornette's Spirit Essence, the HP and MP potions? It needs 5 pieces, but 3 of those pieces you will need to grind for yourself at 3 different kinds of grind spots in both Drieden and in Cowlishaw, at 3 different kinds of spots with different kinds of monsters and AP brackets. The other 2 items you're gonna get later on after you show Merindora, the NPC in Grana in the main city of Cowlishaw, and she will give you knowledge to obtain the last 2 items for your HP, Infinity HP potion or Infinite MP potion. To get the other 3 items, you're gonna need full pieces. The full piece would be the most amazing thing to get immediately while you're grinding, but as we said, for one piece, there is normally a grind hour of 50, or like a minimum of grinding for 50 hours for just one piece, because the full piece is the rarest item that is only gonna be dropped from certain monsters in your grind spots. The pity pieces are the smaller parts of the large piece, of the full piece. These small pieces will be dropped from every monster in that grind spot. Even those are kind of like a rare occasion to get, as I myself have seen coming. After you have gotten the full piece or the 100 pity pieces, you will go back to Merindora. To get the full piece from the 100 pity pieces, you will need to talk to Merindora. She will give you an item, and you need to combine these two items, the 100 pity pieces, with that certain item, with simple alchemy to get those full items. After you have all 3 full items, you're gonna talk to Merindora again. She's gonna give you the knowledge for the last 2 pieces, and then you need to go to both Driegen and Kammersilvia and get the last 2 pieces at 2 NPCs. After that, after you have all 5 pieces, you're gonna open up your inventory together with your yacht pouch, and you're gonna combine those items in a certain kind of cross in there. So it needs to be a cross, a plus sign, and there's gonna appear a small little plus on that item as well, and it's gonna make the full Odor's or Onette's spirit essence, and you're done with the first one of the 2. I would really recommend you to first focus on the HP potion, because who doesn't want to have continuous care and continuous HP, and then focus on the MP part of it. There is also something called the pity piece quest. As we previously said, we have the pity pieces that drop from every monster in that certain grind spot, and the full piece is only gonna be dropped by certain monster types. Let's say for Manschaums, you're gonna go grind in Manschaums for your MP pot. Every monster there is gonna drop you the pity piece, but the full piece is only gonna be dropped by 2 monster types, the Manschaum Shaman or the Manschaum Great Warrior. For that, once per family, you can do a pity piece quest. These will be given out to you by certain NPCs that are probably always the node managers of those grind spots. I'm gonna tell you later on who's gonna give you those pity piece quests, and you need to slay 1000 monsters in that monster zone to get 5 of these pity pieces. But do remember, you can only do this once per family a week. And you're gonna need to decide if you're gonna focus on the HP potion or the MP potion, because both of them just one time. You have to decide. Focus on the HP one first. And then you need to decide on which grind spot, because you can only be at one grind spot. I don't know why they made it like that, but it is like that. So as soon as possible, go grind for these pity pieces, do the weekly quest, because in the long term they're gonna help you out a lot if you haven't gotten the full piece while grinding. Because I had to get 100 pity pieces, and I haven't really never considered doing the weekly quest, and I was always like, oh Pika, you should really do the weekly quest. I never did it. That's why I had to work so long. That's why it took me 2 years. So let's go into where we actually need to grind these potion pieces, these full pieces or the 100 pity pieces. And let's hop in immediately with the HP potions, since I would really suggest you, as I've said 1000 times, to get that first and foremost. We're gonna hop into BDO and we're gonna open up our world map right here up in Driegen. You're gonna go to the Bloodwolf settlement. That is gonna be your first spot that you're gonna grind in. BDO recommends you 180 AP. I would really recommend you 109 P to get and grind in this zone. Our weekly quest is gonna be given to you at this specific spot. So if you click on it, you have Titoku here as an NPC, but there's gonna be a little girl also sitting there who's gonna give you the weekly pity piece quest. That person's name is gonna be Rao, and they're gonna be right over here on this little post. Our main rotation for the Bloodwolf settlement that I did was around here. You're gonna go around different kinds of pillars, and it's a really nice, easy time to go through that place. 190 AP, it's a really easy seed to get, and if you have a seasoned character, go there. You're gonna have your weekly quest to get the black stones for the season character, as well as you can do the weekly PvPs quest as well. And if you go into the PvP servers for your season servers, the chance is gonna be 50% higher because you have a 50% item drop increase rate. So if you feel funky, you can also go in there. It's gonna be an interesting time though, I tell you that immediately. But most of the time, these spots might be quite open to grind in, even on PvP servers for season. The other, don't even do it. I did it, don't. You got diff immediately. This place for the pity pieces will drop you the Blood Wolf's Oath. So every monster type in this zone will drop you the Blood Wolf's Oath. 100 of these will make you the full piece. The full piece that you get in this region is the Ash Half Moon Cactunak. This is gonna only be dropped by 2 different kinds of monsters. It's gonna be the Cactum Executioner and the Cactum Guard. So only these 2 monster types will actually drop the full piece. But this area also drops you another thing, and that is the Garden of Scale. And the Garden of Scale you will later on need to exchange into the 4th or the 5th item for both the MP potion and the HP potion. So do not sell all of them off. Keep some in your inventory as well. So for our second full piece or second item that we need for the HP potion, we're gonna go to the Forest Runarus area. The Forest Runarus area is located in Camarsilvia, a little bit up from Grana. The recommended AP here is 190 as said from Black Desert Online itself, but I would really recommend you an AP of 240. You're gonna go through these mobs quite quicker over there. Our weekly pity quest is gonna be given to us in the Archer Western camp by Navir. So you're gonna go down here, get the weekly quest, defeat 1000 monsters in this monster zone, and then hope for the best. The main grind rotation that I did was around this area, and the things that will be dropped here is gonna be as the pity piece, the tranquil Titaniolium, and the full piece would be the Rons Titinabulum. Please don't care about my pronunciation. These words are very, very difficult. The full piece will actually only be dropped by 2 different types of monsters in this monster zone. The Forest Runarus Guardian and the Forest Runarus Catcher. The pity piece as well over here you can get from every monster in this zone. This area will also afterwards drop you the Rumbling Earth Shards, which you will later on also need while playing Black Desert Online, while getting the 4th and the 5th item for the HP potion and the MP potion. Our last item we will get at the Shurken Necropolis. Shurken Necropolis is located in Driegen, a little bit left to Duvenkroon. As you can see over here, video recommends 190 AP. But don't be fooled by it, because Shurken Necropolis has a day and a night cycle. During the day there's gonna be monsters that are easier attacked and easier killed, while during the night cycle they will hit harder and they have a lot more gear on them. So I would really recommend you 210 AP at this spot. Our weekly quest will be given to you by the Shurken Necropolis node manager. She's gonna be up a little bit from there. She's called Kamira. Kamira will give you the pity quest. 1000 monsters in this spectacular zone. The pity pieces for this area are called the Dragon's Fang. You need 100 of those. Or the full piece is called the Shurken's Pancrea. The Shurken's Paneaka. The Shurken's Paneaka. The Shurken's Paneaka is dropped to you by different monster types. We have quite a few. During the day, only 2 monster types will actually drop these items. It's gonna be the Garut and the Belkaras. During the night, there is a few more of them. The Latte, the Nimbrica, del Balcaras, Garut, and Frederic will drop the full piece. So I know it might be a little bit better to go grinding here during the night than during the day, because the chance of getting the full item is higher during the night. The Shurken Necropolis area also drops you 2 other items. One is the Garmus Scale and the other one is the Dragon Scale Fossil. Both of these items will also be later on needed for potion parts. After you're done with that and you have either the 100 pity pieces or the full piece, you're gonna go to Merendora, the NPC in Ghana, as I've already said, and you're gonna go and talk to her. Merindora is located right over here in this little part. Her name is literally Merindora, and you're gonna go up and talk to this young goddess, to this beautiful otter? Papu. I think it was a papu. You're gonna go talk to her. If you have the 100 pity pieces, she will give you another item that you will need to combine your 100 pity pieces with simple alchemy to get the full piece. After you have all 3 full pieces, you're gonna talk to her again, and she's gonna give you the knowledge to get the other 2 items. The other 2 items are gonna be located both in Drigen and in Camasilvia. After giving you the knowledge to get the 4th and the 5th item, she's gonna send you on your way. And we're gonna get the musical soundstone first. The musical soundstone is located in Camasilvia at Okiara River, which is right down here, the first node. You're gonna talk to the NPC Moyana over there, and you're gonna exchange 300 peridot leaves to get the musical sound stone. The peridot leaves you can get by doing different kinds of quests throughout Camasilvia, so I would really also recommend you to do quests at the spots that you're currently grinding at. For example, the Forest Runners drop them, and as well as in Polyforest you will get these peridot leaves. You're gonna need 300 to get the musical sound stone. For our last piece we need the Gaex Curd stone. To get that we need to go back up to Drigen, and to be exact to Shirken Necropolis and to that node manager, Kamira. And to get the Gaex Curd stone we have to exchange 30 Gameth scales to get the final item. After you're done with that, you go back to Merindora in Grana. After you have all 5 items, you're gonna open up your inventory again and the Yats combined pouch. As you can see, I do not have any of these items, but you're gonna right click on the things that you have in here on all 5 items, and you're combining them in a certain way so that there is a small plus over here to make the full HP potion. And then you're done. You're done with the first potion, you're done with the HP portion, and we're gonna move on to the MP potion. The same goes for the MP potion. You're gonna grind in Camasilvia and in Drigen to get your full piece or the 100 PD pieces. We're gonna start off with Chira Runes. Chira Runes has an AP recommendation of 140, which is a good way to start. You're gonna get your weekly quest by the Chira Runes node manager Leon, and you're gonna slay 1000 of these monsters in Chira Runes to get the PD pieces. 5 weekly PD pieces, and the other one you're also gonna get over here. The PD pieces that you're gonna get here is the Katzvariak Venom or the Makatan's Gland. The Makatan's Gland is gonna be dropped to you by 3 different kinds of monsters in this zone. First is the Leaf Keeper, the Vine Keeper, or the Grove Keeper. All 3 of them will give you the full piece. The main rotation that I did in this zone was around this way. Chira Runes will also give you Gameth scales as a drop, and you're gonna need them later on as well to exchange for the final items. Then we're gonna move over to my most hated place, because it took me ages to get the Narcs Solars, which is the PD pieces, and let's not even talk about the Narc Crimson Tier, because that is the full piece that you could have gotten over here. BDO recommends you 190 AP for this place. I would recommend you 240 just to easily swift through these monster mobs. The rain rotation is around this part, and you will get your weekly PD quest from Viversa, who is the node manager from Manschaum Forest. He's gonna be up here on a hill overlooking the Manschaum Forest. PD pieces, as I've already told you, are called the Narc Solars, and the full piece is the Narc Crimson Tier. The Narc Crimson Tier is dropped by 2 monster types, the Manschaum Great Warrior or the Manschaum Shaman. Here will also drop the Rumbling Earth Shard, which you will also need for the other items that you need for the Infinity Potions. And then our last item we're gonna get from Navarre's Steppe. And from Navarre's Steppe we're gonna get the Vatara's Memory or the Valtara's Clairvoyance. This place is a very interesting place. 2 different types of mobs will actually drop the PD pieces and the full pieces. It's either the Mammoths or the Ferrica and Ferina birds. I would really suggest you to go after the Ferina and Verika birds because they're much easier killed than the other monsters. Also, these birds respawn much faster than the mammoths too, so you don't have to worry about overclearing this area. I was staying around here somewhere, and the weekly quest is gonna be given to you by, and the weekly pity quest is gonna be given to you by the Navarn Step node manager, who's called Enro. He will give you the five pity pieces for 1000 of those slain monsters. Let's also take a note here that because you're not only gonna slay the Ferinas and Ferikas, but you're also gonna tan them or butcher them to get the item or the PD pieces out of them like that. Life skill mastery does not impact the drop rate of this item. So I would really recommend you get the magical tanning knife or the magical butcher knife to get the gathering item drop rate from these monsters. After having gotten all 3 full pieces or the 100 pity pieces, you're gonna go back to Merindora yet again. She's gonna give you an item to combine with simple alchemy with your 100 pity pieces, or you're gonna have the full item by itself. If you have all 3 full items, go talk to her again. She's gonna give you the knowledge to get the 4th and the 5th item. The 4th item that we're gonna get is gonna be called the Krogaldos Protection Stone. The Krogaldos Protection Stone we're gonna get from the Krogaldos Trace node manager, and it's gonna be located a little bit to the right of the actual node. To get this, you're gonna exchange 100 of the Rumbling Earth Shards to get the Krogaldo Protection Stone. Our final piece is the Nightcraw's Dawn Stone. This one we get up at Driegen by our world boss Garmeth. There is the thing called Foreboding Altar, which is the Garmeth Nest node manager. Here we're gonna exchange 100 of the Dragon Scale fossils to get the final piece, the Nightcraw's Dawn Stone. Afterwards, combine it in your inventory again, in a cross sign, in the actual way that you need to have it, and click 100+, and you're gonna get the last of the 2 full potion, or like the last potion, the MP potion, and then you're gonna be done with it. Don't worry anymore about it. You're done. You can move on to the next rare item. Good luck with that, because I have not started that yet. Yeehaw! Last off, I really wanted to talk to you also about the Atanis Elements. And the Atanis Elements are something that you can get in certain grind spots, like in Polyforest or in the Desert Naga Temple, in the Traitor's Graveyard, in the Crescent Shrine or the Fagus Habitat, Protigrave, the Bashim Base, and Miramuk Ruins. Those are also rare drops for those zones. But the nice thing from the Atanis Elements is that they can be exchanged into any kind of an item. If you are in your game, you're gonna have the Manage Currency UI right at the top over here. You're gonna click on that, and if you are lucky enough and you're stumbling across Atanis Fevers, you're gonna find them at the right bottom, at the left bottom. And here we can see that the Atanis Elements can be exchanged into everything. The Dragon's Fang, the Tranquil Tinolium, the Bloodwolf's Oath, anything that you will actually need. This might be a better idea for you if you say you don't want to go at those certain spots because the drop rate is so little and you prefer getting more silver from other spots. For example, I did myself for the Nark Solas because it was such a pain in getting. I went to Miramuk Ruins and grinded over there because the silver per hour is better over there, and you also have the chance of getting these Atanis Elements. As well as I have gotten on my seasonal character and went into the PvP servers over there and went to Polyforest, because in season servers in Polyforest, who's gonna be there? Nobody, because everybody is too overgeared and it's basically you get nothing over there. But you get a ton of Atanis Elements. I got a ton over there. I think 5 to 10 pieces per hour were my thing. As well as a very good place was the Desert Naga Temple as well for the Atanis Elements. If you have a good rotation and you can move from pack to pack quite quickly, the Atanis Elements might also be something that is more interesting than actually grinding at those other grind spots. But also be sure you have to have 100 PD pieces, so 100 Atanis Elements to actually get the full piece. And that has been everything from me, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of your support. You guys don't know how much I appreciate everything that you do. For watching it, for being in the community, for liking, for subscribing, for coming over to Twitch and actually having a talk with me. It has been a really, really nice journey, and I really, really appreciate every single one of you. I've met so many cool people, so many nice people. So, thank you. I really, really want to say thank you. Oh my god, I just got shivers. But you don't know how much you mean to me, and I don't think I can ever show you how much this means. But with that being said, if you did like the video, please like and subscribe. And come also join the Twitch community. We have a really, really nice community. Everybody is so fun over there. And I shall see you in my next video. Bye bye!